Hello, it's your boy Gamer Ryan 3587 coming back at you with another live broadcast, and I'm playing the game NBA 2K24 with the Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm going to be doing my NBA games. If you're new to the broadcast, don't forget to comment, like, thumbs up, subscribe. Also follow my social media, Gamer Ryan 3587 on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Thank you. Peace.
And nothing quite like opening night in the NBA. Clark, how nervous are some of the first-time players and coaches right now?
I think first-timers are certainly nervous. The butterflies are flying around. You just have to make sure they fly in formation. Nonetheless, when you have your first taste of being an NBA player or coach, it's a special night because you only can do a first thing one time.
And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. Inside, we got Towns and Gobert. Edwards at the 2 with McDaniels at the 3. And it's Conley in at the point.
Gobert can look over the top of just about any defense right there. Delivers a nice pass.
Outside Barnes. Quickly from outside. That's in. Coming off an assist from Barnes.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Pass to McDaniels. Takes the 3. Hurdle grabs a miss. Toronto has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Barrett against McDaniels. Minnesota with a rebound. We played just over a minute here in the first. And Clark, when Karl Anthony Towns was on the floor, he's one of the best big men in the NBA.
Well, you said it. The key words there, on the floor. I'm sure Cat is frustrated by the injuries he's had over the years, and he's doing everything in his power to stay as healthy as possible.
Trent's shot is off.
Just 1 of 4 from the floor, not the start they were looking for here.
Jacks up a 3.
Oh, come on,
by
man.
Trent. The Raptors have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Here's Barrett. And again, Toronto no good.
You know, currently they're just 1
Come on,
of 5.
what are you doing?
Not going to get it done.
To the paint. The kick out to Edwards. Fires from deep. And he can't sink that one. He's 2 for 4 in the contest. Barnes in the post. He's guarded by Conley. Barnes, it's good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. Not there.
The shot by Conley, no good.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Barnes against Conley. From 13. Here's the second effort. Quickly from outside. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
First and steals, and they picked up more points off turnovers than any other team in the league. Quick reflexes and enthusiastic defense paid off for them time and time again.
And last year, the #1 ranking in steals just illustrated the level of effort that they put in on D. Long range from the inbound. And Conley grabs the miss.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Here's McDaniels. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Trent. And he hits it from 9 feet.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
And Minnesota calls time here.
Here comes the Raptors wide set, which means we need you to get loud right now.
And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. And now looking at the 2K leaderboard. Here's a view of which teams last year got after it with their shot blocking. The 4th spot held by the Timberwolves.
I don't think you can ever underestimate the effect that a few block shots can have on your opponent. I mean, it can get into your head as an offensive player. You're going in there thinking you've got a clear path, and then you see the ball going behind you in reverse. I mean, that could be major intimidation and affect your game.
Hello.
After falling in the first round of the
How are
2022
ya?
playoff start, the Timberwolves still have some work to do.
Yep, they were hoping the Rudy Gobert trade, VA, would elevate them higher. But this is a team that still needs to grow and develop more. I think their front office is going to stay aggressive in tweaking the roster.
Olynyk checked in for Toronto. And the basket by Trent.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using it. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Fires in the triple.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Now here's Barrett. Hasn't got one to fall yet. Gets the three to fall.
And what's working here? Each guy
Telephone
is willing to
line,
make the next pass.
give me a
And here's Morris. He'll
sign.
bring it up for the Timberwolves. 6-point game. Minot can't get it to go.
Not a shot he should have taken in the face of such tough defense. He needed to get a better look.
Shot is good by Barrett. .59 seconds left in the opening quarter. Pass to Minot. Lets the three fly. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Quickly with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. Trent's shot is off. The Timberwolves shooting just 25% from the field in the first quarter. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Here's Toronto with the ball. They're leading by 8. From deep. Knocks down the long J. Trent's got 11 points.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Reed. And that comes off the assist by Morris.
Seen that play develop ahead of time. Hits his man in stride.
The Raptors have gone 7 of 16 so far. Pass to Trent. Outside Olynyk. From 10 feet away. Anderson pulls it down. Here's Minot. Off target with the three. A big-time effort for Gary Trent Jr., providing a lot of energy for Toronto. He's found his range, hitting 3 triples in the... We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play. This one has been one-sided so far. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
Bruce Brown is out there with Dick. Then there's Barnes. Then it's Kelly Olynyk. And it's Nora in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. The 3. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Toronto's gotten 6 of 11 threes to go in this game. Nora, pass to Barnes. Here's Dick. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Morris. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Clark, we're in the era of the scoring point guard. Who's the best one going in your mind?
Well, I think you got to start with Steph. I mean, he is just so unbelievably remarkable in his shot-making ability everywhere. People obviously target his three-point shooting, but he, to me, is the greatest shot maker that we've had in the game when you look at the totality of what shot making is. There's nobody that has mastered shot making in every way the way Steph has.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
The Raptors have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
The shot's good. Edwards has got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Built like a linebacker, Edwards is not your average off guard, folks.
Pass to Olynyk. Quickly outside. Oh, no good. Unable to end this run. Here's Alexander Walker, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. And let's see what the Minnesota Timberwolves have coming up. On Saturday, they'll be matching up with Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. And then on Monday, they'll be playing against Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks. Pirtle's checked in for Toronto. Gobert's checked in for the Timberwolves. Conley comes in for McLaughlin.
And give them credit for making a more concerted effort to get to the line this quarter.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
The Raptors with a lead. Trent from long range. And his 5th basket. Now 5 for 8. Looking comfortable out there.
Boy, he strikes again from range.
Have you ever won a nimble game?
In the first period.
It's good.
One of the league's better
What?
floor generals, really over the last decade. Conley plays with an old
Said
school
Zora.
pass-first mindset.
Trent from long range. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
5-1.
Commissioner Adam Silver means that he is not against shortening the regular season. He said, quote, the fact that teams are focused on load management and players are resting, it sends a message. And while he doesn't want to be position bound, guys, he said whatever happens, they'd ensure every team visits every city at least once per season.
It's an interesting point there from the commissioner. Thanks, Allie. And Minnesota calls time here.
Did you say Zora?
The Raptors making a switch here. Barrett's checked in. And a look now at the breakdown between 3s and 2s for the Raptors.
No denying their offensive approach is working wonders for them. Scoring all over the floor, inside and out. Seems like everything is going their way right now.
The Timberwolves have gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. McDaniels from long range. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Trent's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Barrett. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually
She's
it's
talking
lights out.
And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Pass to Barrett. And here's Pirtle. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Now Trent. Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it. Trent's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
Another miss by Minnesota. And so Trent will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. 34 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Barrett.
Lock them up.
Off target with a jump hook. Minnesota's gone just 1 of 6 from the perimeter here in the second. More. Can't get it to drop. Trent with the defensive effort.
And make that, dude.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Conley against Quickly. Outside Barnes. Pass to Barrett. There's the triple. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Toronto, now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. Defense is setting the tone. Back to the game after this break.
I think for the Timberwolves, game 2 will be at the crib, at home, but not tonight. They're on the road. They want to start off.
Now let's talk about that first half. It's been a runaway success for the Raptors.
They're firing on.
And that'll do it for.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. One guy who's been getting it done is Gary Trent.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
On the court for Minnesota, McDaniels and Towns in at the forward slots. Conley at the guard with Edwards next to him. And it's Gobert in at the 5. McDaniels from long range. Buries it from 3. McDaniels got 5.
They just look sweeter falling from the corner, don't they, those threes? McDaniels more than serviceable from deep.
Trent's shot is off.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Well, Clark, no question which end of the floor Rudy Gobert makes his biggest impact.
Yeah, he's a demoralizing defender. I mean, his height and reach give him some significant advantages, but it's more than that. You don't win multiple Defensive Player of the Year awards just because you're tall and long. You got to have some toughness. You got to have some anticipation and timing and the willingness to get down and dirty.
And that one's good.
They're trying to get rid of this.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean,
Maybe
you
that's
can't
what
leave this guy open from
that's
deep.
what it's tweaking, or
Towns for 3.
this happens. I don't.
Rebounded by Trent. Trent's got his 8th
That's why the
rebound
game
tonight.
plays.
Quickly
The
outside.
other trick counteract the Nets.
No good from
Never
outside.
know.
And they've been able to maintain this lead despite his inconsistency from the field. Couldn't quite
Come on,
line that
dude.
one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got 7 rebounds in the game. Towns, that's good.
For a big guy like Towns to have that mid-range game in his bag, that's a big-time weapon for their offense.
Barnes in the post, guarded by Edwards. Trent for 3, and the three-pointer goes. Trent's got 21.
This guy is simply having a great game from outside.
Conley finds Towns. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up.
You know, looking at Towns, you really don't expect that kind of range. You better think again, though.
Takes a 3. Trent's shot is off. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. McDaniels from long range is rebounded by Barrett.
You know, he's been off tonight, off his game. At this point, he might want to focus on creating for others.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there
What?
on the defense. And he shows the focus there. Nails the team. Well, Grant, for R.J. Barrett, he pretty much knew he was going to be an NBA player.
Oh, B.A., he sure did. And the #1 prospect out of high school in Florida in 2018. Did his one and done in college at Duke and followed it up with the #3 overall pick. And he has definitely delivered.
Olenek checked in for Barnes. Minnesota has gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. Anderson for 3. Toronto grabs the miss. Vernal's got rebound #7 tonight. Barrett passes to Quickly. Olenek for 3. Pure from three-point range. Olenek's got his second bucket on the night.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Anderson with it, and it's Trent picking him up. Beyond the arc. And there's Towns on the assist by Anderson. Towns has got 8 points in the quarter.
Yeah, this period, they're letting him go to work, and it's paying off.
Pass to Trent. The 3. And Conley grabs the miss.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Well, Clark, we know Anthony Edwards is a great hooper. But how would you rate his acting ability?
Hey, I thought he was quite good. To be honest with you, B.A., in that Hoops movie, he was playing the bad guy, the villain role. Ant has a huge personality. We saw that on the big screen. Perhaps a second career for him when he's done terrorizing the NBA.
Reed's checked in for Minnesota. Morris comes in for Conley. And here's Brown for three. The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 11 in this third quarter. Edwards for three. He nails it. That's his fifth make in 11 tries.
You can really see that his confidence is at a high level here in this half. He didn't have a three in the first.
Outside, Brown connects from downtown. Brown's gotten his third basket of the night.
Not the best three-point shooter in the league, but he's got enough skill that you can't just let him fire it up.
Morris for three. It's rebounded by Dick. The Raptors have gotten 6 of 14 shots to drop in this third quarter. Brown passes to Dick. Lets it go from deep. Sends it home from three-point land. And the Raptors lead by 14. Anderson for three. Toronto grabs the miss.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Barrett passes to Olynyk. And he banks in the layup. Olynyk's got 8.
They've toned down their three-point attack in the second half, looking to protect the lead with higher percentage shots.
On target from range.
You got a big guy like Towns that can hit from long range. I think it makes your whole team harder to defend.
Olynyk passes to Nora. Here's Dick. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And so it's the Toronto Raptors in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. Boy, they've been... And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Barnes is out there with Kelly Olynyk. Then there's Dick. Then it's Bruce Brown. And it's Nora in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors.
Not the best of shot selection there, but you know what? You do not look a gift horse in the mouth.
Pass to Nora. Three-pointer off the mark. The Timberwolves shooting just 38%. Their offense not where they want to be. And there it is for them.
Assistant, Nas Reed.
Toronto has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Barnes passes to Dick. The 3 is up. Barnes, no good.
Trying to close out. You got to know who's hot and who's not.
Out of bounds. The Raptors will take it. Hurdle's checked in for Nora. The Timberwolves also with a sub. Conley's checked in for Morris. And Barnes has got the ball here for Toronto. 9-point game. Now they've got the Bulls ahead of them next in Chicago. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
From deep, Conley. No good on the shot. The Raptors have got none of their shots to go in this final quarter. 0 for 4. Here's Dick. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 5 rebounds tonight. Edwards can't hit. This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
All right, let's pretend you are Adam Silver for a day, Grant. You get one crazy rule to test out. What's it going to be?
Ooh, man, one crazy rule. Wow, great question. Well, the WNBA has tried this in all-star games. Live ball substitutions. A little bit like hockey. Keep the game flowing. A little chaos to be interesting, be fun, be very, very entertaining.
Barnes passes to Barrett. That's it. Coming off an assist from Barnes. Barnes has got 6 assists now in the game.
And I love the confidence from Barrett. He enjoys finding room inside and capitalizing.
Minnesota calls timeout. And the Timberwolves will go for a different look here. T.J. Warren, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Minot comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Anthony Edwards. And it's McLaughlin in for Conley. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. He said to them, "You guys look defeated out there. Wake up. This game is far from over, but I need you all to believe that. I need you to fight for one another right now."
Thank you for that, Allie.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
You know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shoot out this team.
A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Well, I think they've been lethal from beyond the arc this game, no doubt about it. Hard to defend such spot-on shooting.
And you have to talk about the passing, too. I mean, the ball has been zipping around on the offense, and they've kept the extra pass mentality the whole way.
Barnes passes to Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
McDaniels from long range. Barnes with the rebound.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
The three, Barrett. He can't get it to go. The Timberwolves have got 2 of 8 shots to drop in the final quarter. And the shot goes in.
Strong work inside by the 6'9" Jaden McDaniels, showing how effective he can be down there.
Toronto calls timeout. They're ahead by 15. 1:53 left in the fourth. Some changes for Minnesota. Gobert's checked in for Warren. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Minot. And Mike Conley is subbed in for McLaughlin. 1:49 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Kicks it out to Barrett. Pass to Trent. 5 on the clock. And the Raptors miss again.
You know, brick after brick after brick. I mean, that's been the story for him this quarter. I mean, he's got to brain it in down the stretch here. No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
Grant, wouldn't be a bad idea here to slow it down.
Yeah, coach is definitely looking for patience and execution.
Barnes, it's good.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Raptors.
Man, they were in a groove from long range tonight.
Yeah, they were able to find space, and they were ready to let it fly the moment they saw an opening.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
When it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Gary Trent Jr.
A quality offensive outing. When you get it going like he did, I'll tell you, it's one of the best feelings in basketball.
Trent's shot is off.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what. He's been awful ever since the second half started. Not even been a factor.
McDaniels, that's good.
It's nice they found their rhythm here, but the clock is just not their friend.
Now they're playing with urgency. They could have done it much earlier, before the game was out of reach.
He's been tremendous at corralling misses all night long.
Yeah, I love the way he's fighting through box outs, using his elbows. I mean, he's doing whatever it takes.
I like that. Punch it inside. You usually end up with a good shot and or get fouled.
Count that one. And the Raptors lead by 10.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Sort of defining the term floor general. Conley has total command of this offense.
And Toronto has possession. 17 points was their biggest margin. Outside Barrett. Back to Barnes. Outside Barrett. So the Raptors win it. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy. You saw their activity level go.
It's Saturday night and live on 2K Sports. After all the hype in the offseason, Brent, it's nice to finally get a feel for what these teams are all about.
Well, Kevin, you know the hype train around the NBA never stops rolling. So this league has grown in popularity globally. It seems like another jump over the past 3 or 4 years. People get built up and torn down at such a large scale. That's such a challenge for today's players to stay focused on the task at hand.
So here's Miami's starting group. We've got Rozier. He's out there with Tyler Hero. And it's Jaquez in at the 3.
And once Rozier spots that hole in the defense, he just doesn't hesitate. Just sends the ball to an open shooter.
A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. And a wide open look for Hero. Sinks the three-pointer.
Well, a good start here. That's Trey for Trey, and that's Spanish for Trey.
Passes it to Gobert. Towns for 3. Buries it from three-point range.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
The quick look, no good that time. Miami's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter.
And the importance of Adebayo to this team cannot be overstated.
Well, what they rely on most, Greg, we know, is the defensive impact he's going to make. So selfless down there to throw his body around, block shots, get out and guard pick and rolls. And he does it so consistently for this squad. It gives them a chance to win every night because Bam's willing to do the dirty work.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Alexander Walker trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Only like gears toward
the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Outside Hero. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Out of bounds, Miami takes possession.
And here we have an opportunity to check out Anthony Towns. He's coming off an excellent season. He put up about 20 points per game last season, 8 rebounds and 5 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
Minnesota with the ball after Terry Rozier's three-pointer that didn't go. And he's good on the 3-ball.
It's so good off the bounds. Edwards working on his shot off the catch, and it is paying off.
And the foul called on Edwards. That is his first foul of the game. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. A putback.
And having Gobert gives them such a daunting presence on D. He can affect every shot in his area.
He's knocking down most everything, guys. 3 of 4 here.
Towns got it. Good job in the low post. Towns has got 7 points in the game.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
And the basket by Rozier.
And over over the course of his career, Rozier has really improved his three-point numbers. That off-season work on the jumper has paid off big time.
Here's Alexander Walker. This game he had 12. Conley against Rozier. Unloads from 9, and it's Miami with another.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
And Gobert knows his role on this team. Rebound, block shots, and look to score near the basket.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Well, it doesn't seem to matter, Brent, who they bring in. Everyone seems to fit in this system in Miami.
Well, their identification process and their scouting, they do a fantastic job of putting guys in here who are hungry to go about their business. So it's a nice mix. You have young guys, you have veterans, and then they have the right star to follow.
Here's Richardson following the 3 by Minnesota. There's a minute left to play in the first. Martin with the bucket.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Moore in the corner. Lets it go from deep. Miami grabs the miss. Adebayo's got his 5th rebound in this one. And there's Martin. That's good on the assist by Richardson. Martin's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Towns, no luck.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
30 seconds left in the first quarter. A 3 from Morris. It's hauled in by the Heat. This their first chance to take a look at the Timberwolves this season.
And both of these sides were fighting tooth and nail for a playoff spot and split their season series at 1 apiece.
Good it is. This goes to town.
You got to appreciate how assertive Morris is right now, throwing himself around, and that's why the guys are feeding him.
Fires away from way outside. He can't get it to go. And so it's Miami with a 14-point lead as we break the quarter.
He wasn't even paying attention. Oh, they're right in the back.
And glad to have you with us for the second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for the Heat here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Kevin Love out there with Caleb Martin. Then it's Duncan Robinson. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Highsmith in at the 3 spot. Here's what the Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Monday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks. And then on Wednesday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Denver Nuggets. Jordan McLaughlin's checked in for Minnesota. Robinson on the wing. Off target from outside.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And with that, the Heat lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket for Morris.
Comes down to Morris being a little bit quicker inside to get the high percentage look.
And Robinson wide open. He shoots. No good on the 3.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Edwards, that's good.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
In the corner, it's Robinson. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
Hero knowing about the whens and the wheres for an assist.
And what about Duncan Robinson, Brent, from undrafted to signing a $90 million contract?
Well, that's a nice path to be on, don't you think, Kevin? You got to admire Duncan Robinson taking advantage of his opportunities.
Highsmith's shot is good.
And Tyler Hero with another great look, just understanding where his teammates are.
Timberwolves trail by 15. And Reed has it in the corner. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Outside Robinson. Out to the right wing. Here's Highsmith. From outside, off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Reed gets the bucket.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Now, among the changes this year is the NBA is granting coaches a second challenge if their first one is successful. Now, coaches had been hesitant to use their one challenge earlier in games, even when calls seemed pretty clearly to have been missed. Downside to a second challenge, more stoppages, but the league may look at other measures to help keep the game moving. Kevin?
Yeah, I like that, D.A. A lot of things to consider, thanks. Shots good by Hero.
Hero can beat his opponents from all over the floor. He can get that shot off so quick.
Here's McLaughlin. Some solid defense from Rozier.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Here's Jaquez. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Jaquez has got his first 3 points of the game.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to cement himself, Greg, as Minnesota's franchise player.
He is one of the best young players in the league with clear superstar potential. The future of the Timberwolves starts with Edwards.
Lets it go with a three. And the Heat, another three.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Amude, the Timberwolves again can't hit.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
2 points, that one goes.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Kept alive, and Jovic gets it to go. Jovic has got 9.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
Didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. And Adebayo's checked in for Kevin Love. With the break in the action, here is the 2K leaderboard to show us the league's best shooting teams last season. In the third spot, the Timberwolves.
Hard to shoot the ball any better than they did. I mean, they weren't the best in the league, but, man, they were right there.
Took him no time at all on that one. 10 points for him.
Wow, look at the release. Towns with a quick trigger.
There's a good screen. Hero passes to Rozier. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 20. Pass to Amude from past the arc. It's rebounded by Jovic. Jovic has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there. Oh, Kev, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Here's Jaquez. And the three off target. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
I mean, in the modern era, you have to be able to stretch the floor, or you're going to struggle.
Yeah, the best way to make it hard on teams is continue your motion, and their motion on the perimeter just wasn't good enough. That ended up costing them.
6 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Jovic. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got his 5th assist in this one. And so it's Miami in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. The scoring has been... Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
What's up, man? How you doing? Welcome to the live stream. If you do the live stream, don't forget to comment, like, thumbs up, subscribe. Also follow my social media, Gamer Ryan 3587 on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Thank you.
Welcome, everybody. Right off the bat, let's see which the Jazz will square off against the Suns out in Phoenix. That one gets going 10 p.m. Eastern, 7. And looking now at that first half of action, quite a big deficit for the Timberwolves.
Terrible three-point shoot.
And that concludes.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, Brent, I've got to ask, now that the age of college basketball dynasties is more or less over, do you miss it?
Yeah, I don't know so much if I've ever thought about it, Kevin, as dynasties, just so much as powerhouse teams that every year you see we're competing at the highest level in the NCAA tournament. So, not really. I love the open competition, and I love that players have a choice now to where it is that they can control where they're going to make the biggest contributions collegiately.
Conley is the point. Edwards plays on the wing. Towns and Gobert hold down the post for him. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 3. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Shots good by Alexander Walker.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Here's Edwards. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And it's 9 points for Anthony Edwards.
And don't let Edwards' position fool you. Anthony is built like a linebacker. That upper body strength helps him down low. Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. And here's Conley outside. It's rebounded by Jovic.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. The Heat leading by 20. Now a timeout called by Miami. So when we're talking about team identity, Greg, what would you say is the Miami Heat's identity?
Tough-nosed, aggressive, and hard-working. That's what attracted guys like Jimmy Butler here in the first place. And that's the style of ball they want to continue playing.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Gobert. Warren comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. And Monte Morris subbed in for Mike Conley. Outside, Hero. Rozier looking around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Another shot. And Adebayo with the nice bucket inside. Adebayo's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, those possessions like zombies staying alive out there, courtesy of Bam Adebayo.
And that one is good.
Yeah, they've only missed 1 out of their first 5 shots here in the second half, guys. Their offense really moving well, ball snapping, and the shooting looks to be in great rhythm.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Now, last season there were a record number of African-American head coaches in the NBA. Blazers coach Chauncey Billups said, "It makes me proud of the NBA for being intentional about giving opportunities to African-Americans or just minorities, period. I'm proud to be a part of it." Kevin?
Great stuff, David. Thank you so much for your reporting there.
Just no chance there for the defense. Major size disadvantage. He's got no business trying to stop that slam. Just get out of the way.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
You know, every team in the league would love to have a guy like Tyler Hero, an elite shooter off the catch, scores in bunches, and spaces the floor.
The offensive rebound. Adebayo. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Rozier with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. Hero from long range. Here's Adebayo. The shot from the low post is good. Adebayo's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, around the rim, Bam Adebayo makes so many things happen because he's so athletic.
Minnesota calls timeout. And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. And Miami also making a switch. Robinson's checked in for Minnesota. They've gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. And Towns gets it to go.
And this is what Towns is capable of. He's an incredibly gifted offensive weapon who can score at all 3 levels.
To the middle. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. The Heat have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
Taking 2 shots.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And it's Conley with the ball for the Timberwolves. After this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Miami leading by 23. Robinson for 3, and the 3 ball is good. Robinson's got 5.
And Duncan Robinson, he will do that.
Moore left side. Over Robinson. And again, it's Minnesota.
Well, that's a needle in the haystack shot right there. You're not going to hit that one all that often.
He'd have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Rozier against Conley. Adebayo passes to Robinson. Lets the 3 fly. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 6 rebounds in the game. And here's Conley outside. It's rebounded by Jovic. Miami's gone 3 of 7 from 3-point range here in quarter number 3. Snatched up. Here's Adebayo. No good with the layup. The Timberwolves have gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. Here's Amude. And it's Miami with the rebound. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Robinson on the wing. Here's Hackett. And it's off from 3-point range. Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. From deep, Moore. And no good that time. Outside Robinson from the arc. Launches a 3. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Miami Heat finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the floor for Miami, we've got Kevin Love, Hero out there with Robinson. Then there's Caleb Martin. And it's Highsmith in its small forward. Morris against Hero. Robinson on the wing. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
And really, as the 3-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
The 3 from Morris. Robinson pulls it in. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. Hero from long range. Can't get it to go. Now 6 of 12 from the floor. Leaps for it. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. Mike Conley's checked in for Jordan McLaughlin. Heat also with the sub. Right, he's checked in for Tyler Hero. The Heat have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Right with it. Conley picks him up. And it's Monte Morris with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And you think about the All-Star game last year, Greg, some concern about the lack of competition. It worries me. Does it worry you?
Kevin, it's not ideal. I think it's worth asking what could give the players more incentive to win, whether that's money or something else we can think of.
Now the pass to Reed from downtown. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the 3-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Outside for Robinson. And the Heat, another 3.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Here's Edwards. And he converts the layup. 16 points for Anthony Edwards.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Right outside. Outside Robinson. Jacks up a three. Duran pulls it in. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Morris, no good. Miami's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Pass to Highsmith. A floater. He lays it in.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard him and where your point of commitment is. Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul. Well, we've had this new playoff format since 2021, adding that play-in tournament. How do you like it?
Well, I love it. You're just giving more high-level teams a chance at a swing for a championship. I mean, look what happened last year and how exciting that was for the NBA and the play-in tournament.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Duran. Towns comes in for Reed. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Morris. Edwards, that's good.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
Over to the wing. The tray. Again, the miss by the Heat. Timberwolves have gone 4 of 7 for the field since the beginning of the fourth. Cranes the three-pointer. Edwards got 14 points now in the second half.
And that corner pocket triple, terrific shot by Edwards from deep.
Richardson kicks to Love. The dish now to Robinson. Passes it to Richardson. The three. Robinson misses. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Miami.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought. An all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that. And man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice, but they're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Tyler Hero.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
36 seconds left in the fourth.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Pass to Highsmith. Love wide open. He fires. Buries the long-range jumper.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Third team foul. Substitution for the fourth team.
Right, looking around. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect the road team to come.
Thanks so much, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
And that's going to end this broadcast. If you're new to the stream, don't forget to comment, like, thumbs up, subscribe, also follow on my social media, Game Ryan 3587 on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Thank you. Peace.